Hi, I'm Bethany. We're here at Ernie's, and I'm going to be making the Ernie's specialty cocktail, which is an egg beer. Pickled egg in a glass. Egg bombs.
Egg bomb.
4 people. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Woo!
How do you eat the egg?
With your mouth. I feel like everybody's face always looks the same when they're just like, oh, it's a little big. Okay, there's some hot sauce. Here's some sriracha if you want.
I need it in my mouth because the whole egg's already in there.
There you go.
I'm so sorry. We nailed it.
Nailed it. I've never seen it done so flawlessly.
Oh, I made a mess. I'm so sorry. We're never allowed back here again.
I love it.
Hang on. Do you need my help, Danny?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
All good?
I think so.
All right. Welcome to Poor People. Oh, just kidding. There you go.
Okay.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay. All right.
All right. Flying by the seat of our pants for this episode, dude. In the classic Danny Carman way.
Right. I thrive in chaos, man. I do.
Don't we all? Don't we all, dude?
I'm here just talking about that.
Hell yeah. So our drink of the day, or our soup of the day, we're filming afterwards. So we actually don't know what it is right now. Well,
It's a
Danny
surprise.
knows what it is.
It's a
Yeah.
surprise.
It's a surprise for us in a little bit.
I don't know. You were talking about how it would be an egg
Yeah.
and hams
Egg,
bomb.
the egg bomb. Yeah.
Egg bomb or a cherry limeade. Like that's like those are our two like kind of signature-ish drinks here.
I just wasn't sure like what we were doing. So you gave us a couple options, but everybody that's watching this now will know what it is because they'll see it. But we're still in
That's the magic of Hollywood.
Exactly. So we're here today at Ernie's in East Village. Dude, this place has always been so cool, honestly.
Yeah.
I've always like came here after shows and stuff like that. And then I always run into you here too, which is cool. And so you bartend kind of, right?
Oh, I essentially like my main job here is I work in the food truck out there, but like also I help with like kind of bar backing sort of thing.
Okay.
But like my main thing here is I work in the truck out here.
In the food truck?
Yep.
And then is the food truck Ernie's also?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Okay, so they own this and
The food truck
and
as
the
well.
food truck.
Yeah, like
Okay.
the food truck is like kind of a part of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so I've never been to the food truck, but there was one time where I think it was at Beechwood, and one of our mutual friends came in and he was eating this cheeseburger that had like cheese curds on it and stuff, and he gave me a bite of it, and I remember just like, I mean, it was probably like a drunken haze, but I remember being like, this is the best fucking burger I've ever had in my life.
You know, I've heard a lot of people say that.
And
I pride myself in that, man.
Is it an actual like menu item that like it's a cheese curd burger? Or
No,
something like that?
I mean, you know, drunk people will put anything on a burger.
Okay.
You know? I mean, you can make it your own.
Yeah, and you can just like you can make it your own, so you could put cheese curds on it. Or
I mean,
whatever.
like me personally, even before I started working here, like I've always done. So I put fries on the burger.
Oh yeah,
Dude, that's the way to go. Get a little crunch, a little that in there.
A little extra saltiness on
That's
it.
what I do with Bebops.
Yeah.
I'll get like a burger and fries, and I'll just pound like the burger with
Dog, you're
fries.
gonna make me want to get a Bebop
I
burger.
know, dude.
My mouth is like salivating. That is like not. I can't right now.
So wait, when does the food truck open then?
So
here?
like where the food truck is here from Thursday through Sunday.
Okay.
So mainly just weekend stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
And people actually really do know about the food truck though too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and you guys are hiring though, right? For the food truck still?
Kind of, sort of. Like, I guess we just lost a guy today, but yeah. Anyway.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Funny story. I'm not sure if you saw my post or whatever, but like there was 2 contestants that were on RuPaul's Drag Race that were just here on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, when I was working, and like they came up there, and like I work a lot in the gay community, so I could be like, I was like, those are drag queens,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But like they get up there, order their food, eat it, and then like they're like, oh my god, this is the best burger, blah 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 blah. And I come in there, and like everyone at the bar is like, oh my god, that's so and so from RuPaul's Drag Race. It's like Cynthia something and like something honeydew.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't watch Drag Race.
But
sorry.
they weren't in drag.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's really cool though that
That
they're
is super
actually
cool.
complimenting you.
and they like post this on Instagram and everything like that too. They're like,
That's sick.
yeah.
Dude, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
RuPaul's model drag queens.
Yeah.
We're here at this bar eating
so
your
Ernie's
food.
Burgers are drag queen approved.
Oh hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
Hell
dude.
yeah! We love that.
That's awesome.
That is, and you're the one who's making it too, so that makes
Yeah.
you even more special too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because it's your work and it's your food that you are
Right.
producing. That is so amazing.
Yeah. It's a good feeling.
Well, and the fact that you guys don't even have a kitchen here too, so like the whole food truck concept is actually really cool, and it's in still the Ernie's area,
Yeah.
so you can you come and hang out in here to get a drink and some, your egg bombs,
Right.
whatever you want to have, and then you go outside to the food truck and get some food.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like the way I always like equated it to is like, I mean, like I'm not sure if you guys were much of a degenerate piece of shit like I was. When I was young. Oh, can I
We
curse
are,
on here?
we are.
Can I
Oh, of
curse?
course,
Okay,
of
all right. But like back in the day, it would always be like you're leaving the bar. It's like, hey, let's get McDonald's.
Yeah.
But so like this like cuts out that equation, of having to drive drunk to McDonald's.
Oh yeah. Dude, I'll definitely have to do that too, because I'm over at Woolies right over here all the time shooting.
Yeah.
So it's been a while actually since I've shot there, since with all the other venues and everything. But I used to have that exact same thought. Like I'd get done with the show and I'm like sweating,
Right.
because it's like hot in there, and then it's just like God, I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just like go home and eat ramen. But now now it's
options,
like
man. You got options.
yeah. But now I know I can come here, and because I always wondered too, with that same story, that my friend that had the burger and like I had a bite of it and remember being like, holy shit.
Right.
This I remember being like coming in here and being like, this isn't a restaurant. Like
Right.
this is like and so I never put it together that it was like the food truck also
Right.
was like is attached to this too, which is really cool. That's a good idea.
Like we just recently opened up another Ernie's down in Nashville.
Yeah.
And they have a food truck down there as well. Same menu, everything like that. I mean, it's
Cool.
exactly the same. I mean, like if you look at pictures of it, the people that were setting up and everything like that, they're posting pictures on Instagram, and it's like it looks like a goddamn mirror image of this place. It's creepy almost at how well they like replicated, the look of this place.
Yeah. Dude, that is pretty cool. This place does have like a really like interesting aesthetic to
It
it.
has it's a niche.
Yeah.
It's you have a lot of oh my gosh, words today. Have you
Niche.
had a lot of niche? Have you had a lot of people come in here to take pictures in here and then walk out?
Oh, absolutely. Well, like,
Yeah.
especially wedding parties.
Okay,
Oh,
is
yeah.
it
It's
that
specifically
guy.
for
Buffalo.
the buffalo?
Buffalo.
For the buffalo.
And that is who we are sitting underneath. What's his name? Does he have a name?
You see, we don't really name any of the animals here, and like it's funny because we get that question a lot. But like anytime someone asks, because like the whole joke is like, who the fuck is Ernie? Kind of
Oh,
thing.
and
Right.
you-
That's
And
what I
I'm
was
like,
just gonna
"That's
say,
Ernie."
because it's on
Yeah.
a shirt right behind
Exactly.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime like anyone asks like what animal that is, like regardless of which animal it is, I'm like, that's Ernie.
That's what I was expecting you to say. Is like, oh, that's Ernie.
That's Ernie.
There's a bunch of
Animals around
animals
here.
hanging up on the walls.
There's actually a possum behind the bar. He's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
It is
He's
pretty cool.
he's
and a couple
pretty-
fish.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome back there.
Like the one thing I really hope they get eventually is like one of those big mouth singing bass kind of things.
Oh yeah, it like sings, and flaps and everything.
Don't worry, be happy. That's the
Right.
main song that they do.
That's the only thing
man.
missing from this place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
but it'll
real.
sing once you walk past it, so you'll have to have
Every 5 seconds.
Yeah, so it'll keep going up. So I don't know if you would probably want that as much.
Oh yeah, I mean like no, like you see that's the other thing too. It's like I work in the food truck. I don't have to be in here. That's a bartender's problem.
So that's what you could do. That's your like little bar prank. That you could just fucking put it up and just let people figure out where it's at.
Yeah.
I would put it over by the bathrooms because they would constantly get walked by.
All right. Yeah.
This every time I've ever been in here, this place is always like packed.
Yeah, well, I mean, like during the week it's not so bad, but like on the weekends, dude, it's just a madhouse.
Yeah.
Always.
You mentioned kind of before we started this too, like this is like kind of supposed to be the speakeasy like feel to it.
Kind of, sorta. I mean, like we don't really like for the bar itself, like we don't have like social media or whatever.
Right.
And I mean, like there's, it's really funny. Let's like a lot of my buddies, like from my hometown, and I tell them, well, like they'll come up here and but hey, you know, I want to come see you. You know, like, you're Ernie's. I'm like, yeah, I'm Ernie's. So they Google it, and apparently, if you Google Ernie's, you just see stupid selfies of me. Like that's like the first picture that pops up is always just me. Just be like,
I'm doing it right now.
right?
Hell
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
If you like Google Maps it, like it's just pictures of fucking me.
Oh my gosh, I wish we had something like that. That's perfect.
Right? Yeah. Like there's a lot of people that tell me it's like, yeah, it's like, and there was a girl the other night when I was out at the bar, like, oh, you're the Ernie's guy, and it's just the same thing, you know?
You're Ernie, right?
Yeah. Maybe I am Ernie.
So then who the fuck is Ernie?
You see, like, I mean, I've only been here like 2 years, and like, I mean, everybody asks that question. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I think Ernie is all of us.
Yeah.
You know?
There's
Like-
not a specific guy
Right,
named
yeah.
Ernie. It's just called Ernie's.
yeah.
Okay.
I
That
like
makes sense.
I mean, to my
We
knowledge,
are.
anyway. I mean, like, that's above my pay grade. Well, like, I think it's like the KFC secret herbs and spices kind of thing. They have the identity of Ernie like locked away in a safe somewhere.
Yeah. They're just holding Ernie in a vault somewhere
Right.
just to use his identity.
So I saw some pictures of your guys' bartenders, but they're not actual, like they're children photos of the bartenders that work here. That's when they were kids. Your general manager, I saw like pictures up above the bar. There
Yeah.
are pictures of your bartenders when they were younger
Yeah.
posted up there. Why aren't you up there?
Because I've looked like this for the last 20 years.
So this
Beauty
is his
V
kid
Nation,
photo.
baby.
Well, because I just thought it was interesting. I was like,
Yeah.
who is this? Why are there younger photos of the bar? Like, I didn't even know that there were bartenders. There's just younger photos of some kids up on the bar. And
Yeah.
I'm like, who is this? And he said that it's all the bartenders that work here, and they decided to just put their pictures up. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of cool Polaroids, too.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And we are all photographers as
Yeah.
well. So just having that little aesthetic back behind the bar and up underneath the actual bar awning is pretty neat.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah.
With all the Polaroids too, and you're up there too with a whole bunch of other people back behind the bar with the bartenders that are
Yeah.
the age that they are now, right?
Yeah.
If not,
It's
older.
like we have like a little like a Hall of Fame like kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like it's always like whenever people quit, like we'll take the picture down. It's kind of like The Godfather. You know, like,
Yeah. Classic. What do you think, Haley?
fascinating. You can't say that. That's racist.
Whoa. Haley, chill out, dude. Chill out.
Like, I like for that. Like, please, like, just put a cut of the
Yeah, we
chair.
will.
Oh my god, let me see that.
That'd be awesome.
Well, I mean, just so everyone knows, Haley is modeling today. She
Yes.
is actually
Ooh.
doing a paid shoot today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
she
she
is gone for
has
the day.
other obligations right now,
And
which
that's
we
so-
had a big argument. We almost broke up over it, but
Wow.
like it's fine. It's totally fine.
and the band's gonna be back together next week.
Yeah.
Twice.
Twice now. Oh man.
I actually wanted to talk about how I met you. I met you
Oh,
because
I
you.
can't wait to hear the story.
Yes, because like one
And then
day.
we can go into how I met you also.
great.
Which is
Yeah.
cool. So yeah.
So I actually met you because you like to take photos and go around the bars and take
Yeah.
like pictures of people at the bars, which
Yeah.
I thought was so cool. It was very interesting. You've always been very kind and always like ask people, "Hey, are you okay with me taking your
Yeah.
photo?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so then one night you came in and I was like, no. And Danny was just like really adamant about taking my picture. So I let you do it. And I've
Right.
never seen that picture. Do you still have all the pictures that you take? of
Yeah,
people?
where's the
usually do.
picture, Danny?
Yeah, geez, I get this all the time. But yeah, like I mean, for me, it's like a lot of times, like once again, you know, it's like money comes first. If I'm getting paid for a shoot, then like that always like gets
Absolutely.
the edits or whatever. But I mean, like if I'm out and about just taking drunk photos of people, it's usually just kind of like, if it's good, you know, I'll post it or whatever. But I mean, a lot of times I'm just kind of just like, I'll look through like my camera roll the next day and just be like, they probably don't want that. out there. And I mean, that is always like my big thing too, where it's like, Especially when I'm out and about at the bars and stuff like that. I always like make sure where it's like before I post something, it's like, would I want that of me up there?
Right. Yeah.
You know,
I do the exact same thing where it's like I'll think a photo is really good of somebody or whatever, and then maybe they don't like it. But then it's like, well, if you don't like that one, you're definitely not gonna like the ones I didn't show you. You
right?
know?
Absolutely.
You know?
So then
It's
what,
like-
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
So what made you want to take pictures and go around the bar and take pictures of people?
This is I have a great story for this. All right.
Sweet.
All right. Buckle up. So, back in the day, when I was in high school, I started a band, with my buddy Alex, and, we played together and we toured all across the Midwest, like recorded a bunch of albums, stuff like that for about 11 years. And,
Damn.
and
Wow.
during that time, I got to be friends with a band called Dystrophy, and they're based out of Iowa City, someone from Des Moines. And I got to, we were good buddies with them, and they got signed on for a tour. And they were like, hey, you know, it's like, you want to be our merch bitch kind of thing, you know,
Nice.
merch bitch / roadie, that kind of thing. So I joined up with them, and like we toured around for like about like 2 months or whatever. The entire time before I left, I had this little point and shoot, little shitty little Nikon Coolpix kind of thing. And jokingly, I was like nominated the tour photographer. And like the entire time I was taking these pictures of like, you know, these beautiful landscapes all across America. And I was just like, man, if I had a real camera, you know, this would be so much more of a thing. And so I pretty much like, once the tour ended, I took all the money I made off the tour, and then I bought a shitty Nikon DSLR. And then around that time, it was the same time I moved to Des Moines, and I had a bunch of DJ buddies come up here, and they were playing DJ shows, and I would just like bring my cameras, hey, I'll take some pictures, you know, blah blah blah, and took pictures, and they're like, hey, like, you know, like, you're pretty good at this, like, you like, and like other promoters would approach me, it's like, hey, look, I saw this picture, it's like, you're a photographer? I'm like, yeah. And then started taking pictures at like raves and stuff like that, and that kind of like snowballed into like, hey, I could make money off this.
Oh, yeah.
That, and I hate paying to get in the shows. So, like, hey, pro tip out there for you guys. If you don't want to pay to get in shows, just go become a photographer.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. I feel like that's like priority for me, where it's like, yeah, I'll do photos or whatever, but it's like, as long as I get in for free.
Right,
you know?
yeah.
That is the one, especially like here in Des Moines too, like there's not a whole lot of like paid like photography gigs for like concerts and stuff, unless it's like somebody you know, really.
Yeah.
But with that, there's like, I mean, you still get in for free. You're still essentially making that $20 or whatever, $30, whatever it is to get into the show. But that's always been like, for me, that's like, oh, at least I got to see the show, you know, if you're not getting paid for it. But, you know, I do feel that like concert photographers and like videographers are super like underrated and like undervalued, I guess.
Absolutely.
Like they don't, because I've thought of this from a touring perspective as well. Is like, if you're a band and you are in a different, dude,
I don't want to burp
do the same thing. As soon as you burp, you gotta like move it away. No, but
PPR, man.
Dude, it gets you, man.
Yeah.
But I've thought about this before. Is like, when you are a band and you are on tour and stuff, and you are at a venue that does have like photographers come in all the time, like.
Right.
I mean, why would you pay for it? You know,
Right,
like, why would
absolutely.
you? Especially you're in a different town. You know, if somebody's willing to do it for free.
And especially it's because like you know, while you're on tour, it's like you're making like a fucking maybe like a $50 per diem.
If
you don't
that,
want to,
yeah.
you don't want to blow your McDonald's money on a photographer.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's that's or gas money or whatever to like get you to the next state. Yeah. It's just a catch-22 really, but yeah. Okay. So then, so that's how you guys met.
Yeah.
Okay. So then how I met you was I'd known about you for a long time because I'd seen your work and loved your work.
Yeah,
and then, our mutual friend had a podcast called No Cover. Yeah. And we, at the time, I just started my like freelance business, and we were putting on Clusterfunk, which is a music and arts festival that we did in 2019. And you were the podcast host. Yeah. And that's how I met you, is that the people that did No Cover, they asked me, I had talked to them at some point before that, but then they like messaged us and like wanted us to come on, and I was like
Yeah.
so excited and so
Yeah.
giddy and stuff, and it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And I still listen to that podcast every once in a while,
man.
like because it's like
it is kind of funny how this come full circle.
yeah,
right?
dude, for real. It really is. It's so cool. Like I love how that's how like this worked out, you
Right.
know, is that we were like, I knew you would be a great guest
Mm-hmm.
to have, and especially being here in this like cool bar and
Right,
everything.
yeah.
Like it's just so cool. It's
Oh, yeah.
just so yeah, that's how I met you. And then I think we've been working around each other or
Yeah.
together in like almost all other venues here,
Right.
at least once or twice.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's super cool.
So
I love
then-
it.
What made you want to work here specifically?
Well, like, it's mainly just like I was here all the time, just drinking, and one of my buddies, Jay, was a bartender here, and I was just like once they had the food truck open, I was because I used to come here. Like, I'd be shooting somewhere in East Village or whatever, and then I'd just be like, oh, I want a burger so bad. so I come here and get a burger. It's like, I love these burgers. And, like, it's always kind of thing where it's like, dude, I've been a chef for, like, 20 plus years or whatever. It's like, dude, I could easily work here.
Because you were working at that pizza place too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I worked in restaurants all over Des Moines.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but yeah, I've been working in kitchens since I was, like, 13. But yeah, like I was like, I'm here all the time, and I can cook, and they were in need of people, and I was like, I need a job. So
Yeah. Is this like your favorite? What's like your favorite like kitchen that you worked in? Would this be it, or can you say that this is this is not it?
I mean, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Because a food truck is very different than a kitchen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the kitchens I've worked in, like I've worked everything from like very high end to like, like from the top to the bottom, like everything in between. I mean, like my favorite kitchen, I don't know, really, honestly, dude. Like,
Yeah, there's too many ways to judge it. I realize that's a loaded question.
Yeah, it really is.
answer.
I mean, because another thing you got to factor in is like it's not just like the food or like the things you're preparing, but you also got to factor in like your coworkers,
right?
And everything like
the
that.
kitchen itself,
The
and
kitchen
like how
itself.
easily accessible everything is,
Right.
and all that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's yeah.
So how long have you been here then? Did you already say that?
Yeah, about 2 years.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay. What's the longest kitchen you worked in?
Like
Or the longest job you had?
longest
in
job I had in a
Yeah.
kitchen. Sadly, I have to say it would be Applebee's in Ottumwa.
That's awesome.
Because that was a fancy restaurant in Ottumwa.
Yeah.
If that tells you
Oh.
anything about it, tell me if you've never been there.
No, I've never been out.
That's where you're from, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was there for like about 4 years or whatever, and it was fine. I made good money, and like they were able to work. Like back then, I was like going very hard with the band stuff, and they were able to work like my band schedule and everything like that. And I hooked up with a lot of the waitresses. So
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Dude, it's so crazy though too, because we've had this discussion before about like also having like bands on or like musicians on
Yeah.
and stuff, just because how closely they are related. Not only because of like a venue and like where you're serving bar food and drinks, and then also having a live band playing.
Yeah.
But also just like I remember one of the first shows I went to at Woolies actually. There was this band that played. They were like a ska reggae band, and I don't know if they're even playing anymore, and I can't remember their band name. But I remember being like, these guys were fucking cool, and like we actually, because I was in a band at that time too,
Yeah.
and so we kind of like some of their dance moves. We kind of like did the same thing when we would perform, and then like probably like 2 weeks later or something like that. We saw them. I saw the lead singer, or he was like the bassist or something like that, working behind the counter at Hy-Vee.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm like 17 at the time, and I was like, dude, I was at your show. That was
Right.
fucking sick, man. He's like, oh yeah, we're playing another show this weekend or whatever. And I was like, oh nice. Is it all ages? He's like, no, it's 21 plus. And I was like, fuck, dude. That's like the worst thing is when you're like 17, 18 or whatever, and you're like just getting out into
Yeah.
like on your own and stuff, and then you can't even go to a show of a band that you like and
Yeah.
stuff. And so, but I'll never forget that moment where I was like, dude, this guy is busting his ass behind the counter at Hy-Vee, and then he's shredding on stage.
Right.
And just like, so that's I guess what I was getting at is that like not only a lot of people in bands also have like restaurant jobs,
Yeah.
but then the correlation between that and then also just playing at restaurants and stuff in bars a lot. it's like it's just weird how the restaurant industry works so well with the
Yeah.
music industry.
Well, I mean, like a big reason is because like a lot of musicians are degenerates.
Yeah,
So-
oh, of course.
and a lot of service industry people are also degenerates.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's like family as soon as you meet them.
It's like, you got a neck tattoo? Yeah,
Dude,
you're
sick.
in. You're in, bud.
You're in. Also, you want a job working the bar?
You can only get drunk past this time.
Yeah. You have a 5-minute sober period when you get on the clock. Everything after that is just up for grabs.
Right.
I've always we've always circled back around with this topic specifically, is that with the bar industry, you have had several different jobs, and you said you worked in several different entities
Yeah.
of the fine dining to the food truck, everything else in between. You can literally do anything and everything in this type of job or
Yeah.
career aspect of this on this whole side of the world, because you are also a photographer. That's how I met
Yeah.
you, but I didn't know that you were a bartender, and I definitely didn't know that you were a chef or
Yeah.
have the background that you do have, and that is just so cool. I
Yeah.
think
Well,
us
thank you.
degenerates are
Right.
entrepreneurs, and we're
Poor
entrepreneurs.
people. Us
Poor
poor
people.
people.
Sorry, us poor people are entrepreneurs, and we are at best
Degenerates falls under poor people.
yeah. But like we do it really well, and
Yeah.
we are really hardworking people. So
Absolutely.
again, don't ever steer far away from your dreams. Like
Yeah.
if you want to do multiple things at once, yes, that you have time, go out and do it. 'Cause
And
it's-
a restaurant working bar or working in a kitchen is the perfect place to
It
have
is.
that like
Yeah.
somewhat freedom, but also like hard deadlines of like I need to be at work at this day or
Yeah.
like whatever. But you have
Yeah.
a little bit more availability at
yeah,
least.
and you don't have to worry about working Monday through Friday. You can literally have a flexible. I can't speak. today.
Flexible.
Flexible schedule. Oh my gosh, I can't talk today.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm not even drunk. Are you drunk yet?
A little bit.
we'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm what we call re-drunk.
A re-drunk.
So I got drunk last night, and then I woke up hungover, and then like you have like one or two, and it's instantly like back to the saddle, baby.
So basically, you're on pre-order.
Yeah. Pre-order.
He's being drop shipped.
Yeah.
Right
Oh, shit. All right.
I don't know what that means at all. I'm not getting the correlation, but we're there.
All right, we're there.
Oh man.
Have you made a lot of good friendships then with working in the service industry?
Oh, absolutely. Like the greatest people I've ever met in my entire life have been through the service industry, be it like bars or restaurants or whatever. Because like it really takes like a certain kind of person to work in this industry.
It really does. Yeah.
Where it's just like to be able to deal, and especially when you're working at a bar, like you have to deal with the absolute worst people can be. It's like I've always said, like, it's kind of funny to think that it's like there are people that like you never see outside of work, you know, that you just see them at the bar. So in your head, it's just like that guy's an alcoholic because that's the only time I ever see him is when he's drinking, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the same thing if you go to like a strip club. It's like I always presume that the strippers are just always naked, but
Yeah.
they're not.
It's weird to see strippers when they're not naked.
But yeah, but it really does take like a certain amount of grit to like deal with people like when they're shit hammered, you know, like even like the best person you know, like once like they hit that certain point of drunk, they can be an absolute monster.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking from experience.
Dude, I will say this to add on to that is that I've seen you we've been pretty fucked up
Oh,
together
yeah.
at different times. Like never like we're drinking specifically together.
Right.
It's like when we meet up or whatever,
Yeah.
or like at a show together, we're always like shit faced.
Hey!
But I've never been to the point where like we've hung around each other for a while.
Yeah.
So like I'm just saying like I've never seen you where it's like, oh, this fucking guy again.
Right.
You know, like I'm
Yeah.
always like, Danny, what's
Right.
up, dude? Like we're always in
Yeah.
a great mood.
Absolutely. Like I consider myself a blackout artist.
Yeah.
Where I make like, you know, it'll be like 4 or 5 shots Jameson in, and then like it's like, oh, I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm in bed. Awesome. Got my keys, phone, wallet. Perfect.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Okay, I've blacked out maybe twice in my life.
In your life?
Yeah, where I like don't remember what happened.
Yeah.
I usually have like a brownout.
Yeah,
Like that's
okay.
like my typical
where
like
it's just like in
bits
and
and
out.
pieces. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We'll start with Anna,
Okay.
and then we'll go.
right.
How often have you blacked out? Like yesterday, or
Yeah. Are you blacked out right now?
are you?
I feel like I am.
Do you know where you're at?
I literally went to bed and then got right back up. I didn't even feel like I slept last night.
Yeah.
Because you're blacked out.
You're blacked out.
Because I'm sleep deprived.
Because you were drinking and you blacked
Right.
out. It's okay. You can say it. This
It's
is
okay.
a safe place.
It's safe space, man.
We've got Ernie the buffalo. We've got Ernie the antelope. Ernie the the bass fish. Ernie the buck over there.
The last time. Oh, it's when okay, so I am prescribed Xanax.
Mhm.
Oh, buddy.
That'll make you black
Oh,
out.
buddy.
That'll make you black
and
out.
it's like the lowest dose you could ever get. It's like
Yeah.
0.1 whatever. And that day I was really not having a good day and I just needed to calm down. And everyone calls it the soccer mom relief, you know, because like soccer mommies always are popping Xanax and
I've
drinking
never
wine.
heard that before.
Well, you're about to
about
today.
Soccer
Okay,
mom
all right,
Xanax.
all right.
So I took one of those and I was really relaxed. And a couple of my friends asked me to go out and things like that. And I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? Like, why would I not go out and drink? I went out and drank on a Xanax and I don't
Oh,
remember the
no.
entire night.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
didn't drive or anything like that, but it was such a low dose of Xanax that like I was having a really, really weird out of body experience and just drinking on that. I couldn't even tell you. I just went to a local watering hole and drank and then that's it. Like I don't remember
Yeah.
anything else. I remember I was getting I was arguing with someone and not making any sense. Well, of course I wasn't making any sense
Right.
Weird.
because I
Yeah.
took my medication and
Yeah.
Wait, you were arguing with someone?
yeah, who would have thought? Not me. Not me. But I don't recommend that. I mean, I took
No.
it because I wasn't having a good day or anything like that.
yeah.
So like with us being bartenders, we have to be careful of other people because we don't know people's personal lives.
Right.
And
Wait,
so-
were you working?
No, I
Oh,
wasn't.
thank
I was
God.
not working. It was my day off.
I was like, damn, dude, that's a different
dude.
story.
No,
Should we talk about that stuff?
No. It was on a Sunday fun day, and I took it, and I just
Yeah.
wanted to like just
Did you take it
calm
like
down.
before you started drinking or like as you were drinking?
I took it before I started drinking,
okay.
and then that's when like
Okay.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
But like if I was drinking and then taking it, oh yeah, I would have been like a monster. I would
Weird.
have not been. Yeah,
Yeah.
weird. My gremlin. you can't
What
water
is it,
me after
Tiffany or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Tiffany's a lot of fun. You just don't want to meet memory.
Memory?
Okay, so like you know how
Memory?
you know how you say that like you have a brownout and there's a blackout. Well, my brownout is Tiffany. My
Okay.
blackout is memory.
Oh.
Because you have no memory,
I have no
of, being,
memory
of
or-
being memory.
Oh yeah, of any recollection. So those are like my little like you get to a certain point. Tiffany's a lot of fun. She's a little crazy, a little rowdy.
I don't know if
Right.
I've met Tiffany that I can think of anyways.
I think you have because that was the night that I came into Bomb Bar and I grabbed you and Noah.
Oh,
and I
right,
like went
right,
like
right,
this
right.
with you guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get a little aggressive. I get a little too like roughhousey, I guess one
Yeah.
would say. But I don't know. I'm a really happy, fun drunk. But like that night, I just was not having a good day, and I was having really bad anxiety attacks, and I
Yeah.
was like, I need to calm myself down. I don't smoke weed.
Yeah.
I probably should, but I don't. And I did that, and I drank on it, and it was not.
It's awful.
It was not a
Yeah.
good day. Yeah.
Okay, I wanna add on to yours, and then you can go after
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Because okay, so one of the only times that I've ever blacked out, I basically did the same thing. I was in
Yeah.
high school, I was drinking, and the girl I was talking to at the time had like I think it was like Klonopin or something like
Yeah.
that. And she gave me one, and I don't remember anything. Apparently, like it was like a high school party, you know, so it's just a bunch of friends there at a house or whatever. And I don't remember anything, but I remember like the dude's house that we were at. I remember like flirting with his sister, and then everything else. I wasn't like flirting with his sister. I was like talking to his sister.
Right.
And I don't remember flirting with her, like anticipating there being anything going on or anything like that. But then I don't remember anything after that. And then basically I woke up like on a bed to the host punching me in the face.
Wow.
Like just like wailing on me. And that sobered me up immediately.
I would hope
I mean, I had
so.
like a
Jesus.
black eye, and like I mean
Oh, no.
he's on top of me just
Yeah.
like on the face, and I was just like, what the fuck? And I start crying because I'm like, what is going on?
Right, yeah.
And then he's
terrible.
like, I was something about like after I was talking to his sister, and which again, I remember it being a conversation, not like me like hitting on her or
Yeah.
anything. But I think he thought that was going on, and he like talked to me about it. And then I like got pissed about that, like walked into another room and was like, my friend thinks that I'm fucking hitting on his sister, and like said that like out loud to everybody. And then he like got pissed off that I like did that basically. And then I like knocked over the beer pong table, and I like didn't clean anything up and stuff. And then I just like laid in his bed because I was like, this is a bed, like sick.
I'm gonna lay down.
And then like probably 5 minutes later, this is the story that I'm told, by the
Right.
way. I don't remember any of this.
Jesus.
But yeah, it was because I took that Klonopin, and then I remember I walked home that morning, and it was like, I'm never fucking doing that again, because I'm like walking home, it's cold as shit. I like have a black eye. I'm like hungover. I'm like, my best friend just fucking hit me in the face a bunch. I'm like, I fucked up. Like, and I was immediately apologetic and everything. And we're still best friends to this day now.
Well, that's good.
And I remember even talking, like we've talked about that situation since. And I remember him, like another like friend was listening in on it and being like, honestly, like, can you even say you're best friends if you haven't punched him in the face?
Oh my God.
And I was like, that's a good fucking point. And like, we're still good friends to this day. And like, yeah, it's, but I'll never forget that. But that was like the pinnacle, like my first and like at that time only blackout. I've blacked out one other time since then, but it wasn't really anything crazy. I'm pretty sure I was drugged also.
Yeah.
But that was something else. But yeah, so that was my main blackout experience of what I remember.
Okay.
Yeah. So poor people tip of the day, do not take prescribed medication when they go out and drink. Even if you are having a bad day, just start with the alcohol first and then just figure it out from there. Do not
take a Xanax the next morning or something.
Don't take
like,
any prescription drugs.
The hangover.
Yeah, because like you at the end of the day, like I don't like feeling guilty for doing something wrong, because like honestly, like oh my God, like what did I say? Like what in my like subconscious did I say to hurt you, because I've been holding it back and now I'm just fucking like word vomited it out.
Is that what hangxiety is?
I call it the shame over.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I like that better. Okay,
it is.
because I'll get what I always assumed anxiety was is like where you're hungover the next day and you didn't necessarily do anything wrong that you're worried about, but you just have anxiety.
But the fact that it's just like, did I do something wrong?
Yeah.
Or
You
like
did something wrong. That's the voice in the back of your head, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like, I guess I get the anxiety just from being hungover.
Right.
You know, like it's where it's just like you're like, oh God, I hate my life. And, like, I hate everything.
I'm supposed to be doing all this bullshit today, and I can't even get out of bed.
Yeah, exactly. That to me is anxiety, not necessarily the worry about like what I did the night before, just like what I have to do moving forward, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I've always. But shame over,
shame
dude.
over.
We're coining that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're coining that. That's.
I love the shame over.
You heard it here first.
Heard it
Danny
first,
Carman, shame over. Okay, what's your blackout story?
I had too many recall.
I have too many. I can't remember.
I do have a mixed in prescription with alcohol story. Should I say that for the Patreon?
Ooh, yeah, say it for the Patreon.
Ooh.
Is that one juicy?
It is. Well, I mean, it you know what? Like, I'll sell this one here.
Okay.
So like, this is when I still lived in Telma. Me and my buddy, we were driving up to see the band Braid, and it was like their farewell tour. It's like an emo band. I'm not sure if you ever heard them or whatever, but up in Iowa City, up Gabe's. And,
oh yeah, I love Gabe's.
I love Gabe's too. So like, right when we get in the car, he's like, "Hey man, I got some Xanax. You want to take one?" I was like, "Sure, dude. We got like an hour and a half drive. I'll be fine by the time we get up there. So take one. Feeling pretty good. We get to my buddy's place. We drink like 3 or 4 White Russians there, smoke a little bit, and then we get to the show, and like this instantly, bam, all the hits. And I don't even remember being at the show whatsoever. So like, apparently, I mean, this is okay. Yeah. Also, by the way, I was only 20 at the time. Apparently, I convinced my buddy to buy us as like my group of friends a pitcher of beer, and I just like grabbed it, and I apparently just like fought my way to the front, and it was like leaning up against the speaker, my head against the speaker, just like chugging this fucking pitcher of beer while during Braids going on. I was like, yeah,
beer splashing everywhere.
Absolutely. I don't remember any of that, but like all my buddies, like the next day, they're like, and like apparently I was like in the bathroom just puking like nonstop after we finally got back. And like the next day I got up and like they're all just like, hey buddy, you okay? I was like, yeah. It's like, what happened? They explained everything to me. I'm just like, well, cool. I mean, at least I got to hear the band.
I don't remember it, but I at least got to hear
I remember, but apparently I was at a great time.
Yeah, I was having the presence of everything
Yeah.
that was going on.
Yeah.
What do you think, Haley?
That's disgusting.
How dare you, Haley? Oh my God. Jeez, chill out with the stories, dude. Oh my God. She's getting insane
guys are
over
getting
here.
canceled
Yeah.
after this, man.
Dude, thanks, Haley. Thanks for everything you've done. Jesus Christ. Oh man. What else we got for topics?
Well, I mean, we have a little bit of everything here.
Yeah,
Danny
absolutely.
is
Yeah.
an open book.
He
So,
is.
Danny, is there anything that you would like to talk about that you want to tell everyone in the service industry? What should they be looking for? What they should be doing? Like how to handle certain things, especially like how we talked about. You have to have a certain grit to you in order to deal with certain people. I mean, you are on a whole different level than Court Ave. You are actually here in the East Village. So, like, do you see? Like,
Which also, this is our first East Village bar
Yeah,
that
this
we've
is
done
our
this
first
at.
East
So this
Village
is
bar.
awesome.
Yeah, this
We've
is our
pretty much
first East
always been
Village
on
bar.
Court or
Yeah.
Yeah.
somewhere else. So this is cool.
So like this is a completely different atmosphere than
Absolutely.
what Court Ave would bring than to the East Village.
Well, like, it's funny you bring that up too, where it's just like, ever since they shut down the whole court district, everything, well, I mean, like the court building or whatever, like a lot of times, like, I've definitely noticed personally, and I'm pretty sure every other person in East Village that works at the service center here too, we've noticed on the weekends, it's like a lot of the riffraff, for lack of a better term, make her like our migraine over here now. It's like people that never even like think about going to the East Village
Right.
or whatever, or they're just like scared to come to East Village because there's a gay bar over there. You know?
Dude, it's so scary.
So scary. Yeah, but I
And
mean,
the sidewalks are painted rainbow.
oh my god,
that's terrible.
Oh, terrifying.
Haley, stop.
Stop. But
That's not okay to
but
say
yeah,
here, Haley.
but it's just like yeah, like over in East Village, it's quite a bit of a different beast than it is on Court. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, like they still have Ernies, they still have Voodoo. You know, like there's still a little bit of a scene down there.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, but
And
I mean,
there's a scene like right here too.
yeah,
kinda.
absolutely. Yeah. But I mean, like down there, it's a lot of like the people that it's like, hey, here to get fucked up, you fuck kind of thing, and that's the only thing that they're thinking about, you know. And over here, it's like in East Village, there's a lot of people that are just like, I just worked all fucking week. I want to
Yes.
get drunk with my friends.
And I was actually gonna say that too. That I feel like East Village is kind of like, I for lack of a better term, just like more chill.
It
in
is.
a way.
It truly is.
Like, because I mean, you'll still get people walking around, you know, like whatever, walking around just like they do on Court and stuff.
Right.
But it definitely is more chill. Like I feel like when I've like bar hopped before and like gone from like downtown to East Village and back and forth or whatever, it's like a calmer vibe over here. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just because it's just off of downtown or
like
or it's newer. There's a lot
It's
more
just
new
a whole
stuff
different
over
aesthetic
here.
over here.
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I used to take a lot of photos downtown, you know, and everything. Like I had Voodoo and et cetera, et cetera. But like, it would be like every time I'd shoot there was a fight. At the very least, one fight.
Yeah.
Over here, it's like you're lucky if you see a fight a month
Right.
anywhere. Around here, you know, it's because like a lot of these people, it's like they're grizzled veterans. You know, the grizzled veterans of the service industry. They don't put up with that shit.
Right.
You know.
And they're not gonna do that just to like, because they just, like you said, they just got off work. They've been working for probably 8 or 9 hours at a bar.
Probably some other shitty bar.
Yeah, exactly. So they don't want to come down here and get rowdy. They want to come down here, have a couple drinks, hang out with their friends, and like avoid getting into a fight.
Absolutely.
If anything.
I just feel like the East Village is very like mall oriented, kind of sort of, because like
It
there's
feels like that,
there's like Ray Gun, there's different like boutiques down here. There's
a lot more eclectic shops.
yeah,
down here.
yeah, and there's Marv's, the record store, things like that. There's also like there's just several different vintage stores down
Ray
here.
Guns right across the street.
And then there's obviously the Blazing Saddle, which is amazing. There's different shows, there's venues over here. It's just a whole different, again, aesthetic over in this area. Now, I love Court Ave. I work on Court Ave, but it's more restaurants.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. I don't think there is as many. I can't even think of a boutique or anything over there.
Yeah, there's there's Hy-Vee, but that's not a boutique.
Right,
It's-
that's a grocery store.
Yeah, but
you can get a Wahlburgers hat over there though.
Yeah, you can. You might be able to meet Mark Wahlberg over there.
if
Or
you're
the
feeling
brothers.
lucky.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's it's nothing but restaurants and bars over here. So I think that's where it's more lackadaisical
Ha.
with everything that's
Nice
going
word.
on, because people are going shopping and then they're going
Right.
to go and get a drink and then they're going to go get food and then they're going to go
Right.
home. So there's
And-
not really a whole lot going on over
Yeah.
on Court Ave.
Right.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shit talk Court Ave.
No, I don't think we were doing that at all.
No.
No, we're not shit talking it. It's just it is different. It's like a second downtown kind of,
Right.
like a downtown Court Ave, basically.
Yeah.
yeah.
I like it over here. I mean, again, the
too.
whole shopping area too. Like I go to Ken, I go to that.
Have you been to that Rust Collective up there?
Yes, I have. Reclaimed, is
Excellent
that what
shop,
that's
yeah.
called? Yep. And then she actually, one of the owners in one of the thrift shops that's next to Marv's, she used to have a goldfish. And I literally used to go into that thrift store just to visit the goldfish because he was so cool. He was. He was like a 6-year-old goldfish, and he was a little goldfish in a goldfish bowl.
That's crazy.
Not even in like a huge tank. He was so cool.
So Marv's used to be my 2D art teacher's studio.
Oh.
But then he sold it right as I was getting out of college, and then it became Marv's. But it used to be I'd been in there. I actually haven't been in there since it's been Marv's. But I used to go in there a lot. I have a bunch of his paintings all hanging up in my house and stuff. But it's like one of those things again. It's like my art teacher in college like used to have a shop over here, you know. So it's like he wouldn't have a shop on Court, you know, like
Yeah.
it would just wouldn't work over there.
I mean, I feel like we could possibly make it work. It would just have to be in like in a separate building.
But like I feel like every area or every like building over there is either like a venue or a restaurant or a bar. Like I genuinely can't even think of a like over here there's like a shoe store, you know, like for running, for people that like running.
I mean,
like
they
a
have a
bike store.
head shop down there.
Yeah. Oh, they do have a head shop down there. Yep, that's the one. And I
There
go
we
there
go.
all the time
That's
too.
culture. That's the culture.
I get there all the time. I go there all the time. I couldn't even think of that.
We have a barber down across the way from
Oh, there
and
you
like
go,
a smoke shop and things like that though too. I just
Oh, really?
I mean, you just got to figure out where you want to put your business at and you know
Right.
add to it, but you have to go through so many different loopholes. But regardless, East Village is a good time. Same with Court Ave. Sometimes you just got to fill out what your vibe is because there's several different places and several different things that go on at
Sure.
those bars or venues and things like that you just feel comfortable wherever you want to go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And Ernie's is definitely one of those aesthetic things, especially with the Buffalo. Like you said, you have a lot of weddings that
Yeah.
like to come in here and take photos, but then there's also hotels down here that are the
Right.
venues, or like there's a bridal suite where people can go and get ready.
Yeah.
So specifically for brides, they go and get ready
for
there,
sure.
and then they
like,
go to
let's
their
go
venue.
get shot.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that East Village has a lot to offer. Same with Court Ave, and I'm
for sure.
really happy, Danny, that you get to work here,
dude,
especially
I
in
love
the
this
food
place.
truck,
Yeah,
dude. I
and
love
you're a
this place, man.
person of many hats.
Yeah,
To
dude.
be a bartender bar back too, right?
Yeah. Well, I bar back, but yeah.
You bar back, and then you
Ish.
do the food truck. Like
Yeah.
what you said earlier with the whole drag queen thing too. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you made them food and they enjoyed it.
Yeah.
They thought it was exquisite, and then they posted it on Instagram. That's really cool.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's very
super cool.
special.
When you've been in the kitchen or like even on the food truck or anything, like have you ever had like crazy drunk people come up to you and like order something ridiculous or just be an asshole or
It's usually well, I mean, I don't really, I mean, I used to work a little bit on the weekends, but like for the most part, it's just like, if there's like a big show or something like that, and especially country concerts, not to like, you know,
Yeah.
shit talk country fans, but fuck y'all. But, but like, it's usually like the same guy, like in a shitty flannel shirt and jeans and cowboy boots and a hat. And they'll come up there and they'll just be like, hey, you know, it's like, make sure this is cooked right or something like that. Or make
Medium-
sure this is, yeah,
medium
And
to
it's like,
well.
it's like, bro, just it's like you're gonna eat it regardless.
Yeah.
It's like I could, you know, just like give you like a piece of raw meat and everything like that at this point, and they wouldn't even notice. Not that I would, no, I would never would, but
you heard it here first.
Right?
No, there's I could see that. I
Right,
could see
yeah.
that because especially with the like patio out here and everything, you always see a bunch of people out here. So it probably brings in some riffraff every now and then.
Yeah, I feel you.
Has anyone ever complained about the food that you've made?
Nothing that I've ever made.
Oh,
'Cause he kills it,
I
that's
kill it,
yeah.
man. I mean, like,
I like that. Stay humble.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, like, it's one of those things where it's like, I love burgers kind of thing, and I know how to make burgers, and I like to have every single thing that I put out. Like it's kind of the same thing with the pictures, It's like, would I eat this? You know,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good correlation. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So do you just make burgers in the food truck?
Yeah, burgers, fries, and cheese curds. Like that's literally their menu. That's it.
That's so
super
sick.
simple. But I mean, like, like the whole idea is like if you do something right, like rather than have like a giant menu or whatever, it's like if you do like those small things right, then that makes
Oh yeah, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. Yeah, you can't fuck up a burger.
Right, yeah.
You can't even fuck up
I mean,
dessert
you
for dessert.
can.
You can. You can.
You can.
You can.
You definitely can.
Okay.
I've only had that one bite from the food truck, and I still think about that bite to this day.
So now you have to get a burger.
Now I
on
have to
Friday
actually
and
go
Saturday,
you actually have to get a full
and
one.
then
And get a
get
burger.
cheese curds
Right.
for
Yeah.
your side and put them on there.
No, I'm getting the cheese curds on it, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's for sure. I got it. That was I don't even remember. It was just a burger. It was a cheeseburger with cheese curds on it. And It was fucking amazing.
Oh, Danny, I wanted to ask you. So, what is your favorite drink that you like to order at a bar? Is it a
Ooh.
drink or is it a shot?
Or is it an egg bomb?
Or is it an egg
Oh,
bomb?
it's not an egg bomb.
Or is it
definitely
the
not.
coffee drink that
No.
I'm really
Yeah,
interested to try,
absolutely.
but I don't think we'll have time for it.
Well, I used to drink beer all the time. Like actually, this is like the first time I've had beer in quite a while. Ever since like seltzers became a thing, I started drinking them.
The White Claws.
Yeah, absolutely. I love White Claw. Like White Claw and Jameson. That's pretty much all I drink.
Yeah.
So it's like the girliest thing and the manliest thing.
to create the perfect balance
the
of
perfect
drink.
balance. But I mean, like especially like during COVID, where it was just like I would just like go puff a bunch of White Claws or whatever and just bring there and just sit on my couch to drink them. And like, it made me think, I was getting fat to sit on the couch, but I was like thinking, it's like, man, if I was still drinking beer, I'd be so much fatter.
Yeah. That's how I feel. I feel like my beer consumption is just like adding, because I only eat like once or twice a day.
Yeah.
But then just like the amount of beer that I drink I just feel like I'm just getting all those empty calories from everything.
Do you know when a bartender walks in? Like if I were to, obviously, like if you didn't know me and I walked in and I ordered a specific drink or a shot, would you know if I was a bartender or not?
It depends on what you order.
Yeah, isn't there? What is it? What's the?
Okay, all right. I have this theory. Okay.
Okay,
I have a theory here. All right.
Oh hell yeah.
So, in the service industry, there's two kinds of people.
Okay.
Okay. There's a Jameson person, me, or there's a Rumplemans person.
Oh, you.
No, I'm a Jameson.
Right? Okay. But I mean, like, really, if you think about it, like all your bartender buddies, like that's like those are the two things that they will always order.
Exactly.
Right? Am I wrong?
No,
You're right.
I
You're
think it's a
right.
pretty good theory.
Yeah,
You're very, very spot on.
That is interesting to think about, because now that I like am thinking about that, anytime anybody orders like a JMO or a Rumpies, I'm gonna be like,
yeah,
oh,
it's like,
you're,
what bar you
you're a
work
bart-
at?
Yeah. Just start insinuating, yeah. So where do you work at downtown?
Right.
Like, whatever. Yeah.
Or like,
Oh,
I mean,
you're a bartender?
Yeah, I mean,
Or
around
menthol too.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like.
yeah. Menthol.
Menthol's like the third, if maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there's a decent amount of bartenders around the East Village that also do Fernet.
Oh, so that's the bartender's handshake. It's just for net, right?
I think so. I'm not well versed enough in that. But
because I just saw something about it. It was like if you order a bartender's handshake, it's just a shot of Fernet.
Yeah.
And that was the one that I was trying to think of the other week that I couldn't remember. I was calling it like Amaranth or something like that. But no, Fernet, because I tried that not too long ago for the first time. And it was with my buddy who works in a kitchen.
Yeah.
And he showed it to me, and he was like, "Oh, we keep a bottle of this back in the kitchen, like at all times, basically." And I remember doing a shot of it, and I was just like, "What the fuck is this?" Because it's like the way I would describe it is it's like basil or like parsley, or like. It's like a basil liqueur.
Yeah,
like,
it's a digestif.
Yeah. It's like, it's weird. Like you taste the spice in it and all the like spices and everything, but then you get the hit of alcohol and then you're like, what the fuck did I just drink? And
Have you ever had Malort?
I haven't.
God, no.
Do you guys have Malort here?
We do.
We have Malort at Tonic. It's
You
in
do?
Yeah, it's in the freezer.
See, I've had multiple opportunities to try, and I've never tried it.
We should try it next week.
We should.
Oh, dude.
We'll put hot
that's
sauce
good.
in it.
That's good content right
Yeah.
there. Do a shot of Malort.
Doing a shot of
Yeah,
Malort.
that's good content.
I've always heard of it. Even when I was on tour with Reaping, I remember they had a bottle of Malort in their practice space, and they were like, "Does anybody want to try it?" And I was like, no.
It sounds like death. It does not.
I've just never heard good things about it, but I guess there's like, I mean,
a
I'm not
Chicago
picky
thing.
either. Like I would drink anything you put in front of me. So
Right.
I don't know.
You should be
It's-
picky. You should start becoming picky.
I would do an egg bomb, and I
Yeah.
don't even like the pickled eggs.
Yeah.
But I would do it.
Well, there you go.
No, count me out. I'm a
Just hams
Jameson
and-
menthol or like a bomb. I can't do orange peels anymore though, because of the watermelon pucker. I don't like peach schnapps, and I don't like watermelon pucker.
So like
Oh,
you
that's
couldn't do a
unfortunate.
green tea.
Yeah, I was gonna say
no, unless you put like a raspberry pucker in there or a strawberry pucker or something.
Mm.
So any other pucker you can put in there, obviously it won't be a green tea because that defeats the purpose of a green tea. But like
Lame.
any other freaking puckers in there
Yeah.
besides those two puckers, it just hurts
Super
my
lame.
stomach. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
It just
The
no.
watermelon pucker, just you think you've just had it too
Is,
much. or-
like, I mean,
Well,
is it
that-
like a I'm trying to think of a word here where it's like a memory, like where you vomited so much on it or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah. So like
It
when
just,
I
triggers it.
yeah, so when I
Yeah.
was 21,
I'm
I
that
would-
way with rum.
oh yeah. I would always like order orange peels, and now I'm like,
Right.
That's how I feel about gin. Is like
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend that only drank gin, and it was just like terrible, and I hate
Right.
it. And now every time
Just,
I'll
like,
still drink
straight?
it, but like we would do like gin and like OJ. And like
Okay,
just
like
drink
gingers,
straight
yeah.
out of the bottle, and
Right.
it was just
I used to do that with
fucking
Everclear.
terrible. Oh god,
I was a menace back in the day.
there was the one thing I did notice with Everclear though too is that like when you drink it, that's one of the only alcohols that I've had where when I've drank it, it's like it gives me a headache as I'm drunk.
Right.
Like I usually have the headache afterwards, like when you wake
Uh-huh.
up the next day. But like as I'm drinking Everclear, I'll be like, my head hurts.
ow,
Yeah.
no.
Well, I mean, I think that's just probably like your brain cells dying.
Yeah,
At like a
Literally.
shocking rate.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we got about 10 minutes here.
Okay.
If we do another story leading into the Patreon, which if you haven't already, follow us on Patreon, follow us on everything.
Yeah.
But our Patreon is only $5 for all of our content. It's all of our uncensored exclusive content. So if you have a story that you can lead into the Patreon stories you're about to tell us that are going to be wild and crazy, something softer than what you'll give us a Patreon, but still crazy enough.
Okay.
It's a hard line. That's a hard
Right.
line to
Talk
to
about the
dance on.
soap.
The soap?
Oh, the soap.
Oh, okay. All right.
You don't like the soap.
Right. Yeah. Hey, Jared, I'm gonna say one bad thing about Ernie's. Like, I hate the soap here. Like, it's powder. It's a powder thing. And,
Oh,
I can't-
okay.
Yeah, I despise our soap here.
That's not bad. I've seen that at other bars.
Yeah,
though.
I know, but it's just something I think.
I didn't even know it was soap until I put it. Like I went to go like dispense it, and I thought it was gonna be liquid, and it was like powder, and I was like, "What is this?"
Is it? I mean, were your hands clean? Let me lick.
Yeah.
Probably But
Yeah.
She just shoves her whole hand in
I'm
my
just not a
mouth.
fan of like powder soap or whatever. You know, it drives me crazy.
Or like the gritty soap.
Yeah.
that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
Oh.
you go like this.
Have you ever washed your hands here?
Probably not.
Never once. I don't believe in it.
Yeah, I just again like I didn't think it. I was like, "What is this?"
Wait, it's dry soap or it's like the grit soap?
It's like powder. It's like powder grit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
and then
that.
you make sure your hands are wet first, and then you put it on there.
But then
like,
it
when I went to go-
exfoliates your hands and stuff.
Yeah, and
like-
it gets all that. It gets
I
all
mean,
that stuff off.
I guess so, but I don't. Yeah.
There's a reason I'm sitting on this side of the table and you guys are
Right.
over there.
Well, I'm looking for like some sudsy soaps. Like I didn't
Yeah.
even know what it was, and I was like, "What is this?" And I like went
I think
like
it
that.
feels cool on my
No.
hands.
You
That's what I like.
are a very interesting human being, but Danny, what do you do sometimes?
Oh. Every now and then, I will take a little bit of the soap and like put it like on there and like cut it into like a line, just to be like, let's see some sucker come in here and do that.
That killed me.
That's hilarious.
Has anyone ever done it?
Well, I mean, like
Probably.
probably. I mean, this is more of just kind of like a haha chaos kind of thing.
Okay.
And then like, I mean, there's probably some drunk dumbass that's probably just real like oh hey, just free,
Some
free
people
line.
just want to watch the world
Yeah,
burn.
I
man.
do. I want to watch all the world burn.
I do want to watch the world burn.
Oh my
man.
goodness.
Yeah. But yeah.
Or even if it's a story just from drinking, or it doesn't have to be working or anything.
I have a ridiculous amount of like photo stories.
Okay.
Of doing stuff.
Give us one of those, and then we will end it after that.
Okay. I got yelled at by Dwight Yoakam's manager. I almost got into a fight with him.
My God.
Dude. Okay, let's hear this because I can add on to this.
Okay. It was at Hinterland. Like you were there too, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's where mine happened too, dude.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah. It
let's
was
go.
probably the same guy.
Probably.
So like I was taking photos out of Hinterland. It was shit, I can't remember who was headlining. It was
Was it like 2 years ago?
no, it was yeah, what was it? Was that? It might have been, yeah. Anyway,
or it might have been like 2 or 3 years ago.
yeah. So like I was hired by the register even, like I was taking photos out there of all the bands and stuff like that. And then like I just got like there was a whole text chain with all the media people. And it was like, hey, you can't take pictures of Dwight Yoakam. I'm like, sure, I don't give a fuck kind of thing. And like I was standing up on the top of the hill up there, and I had my camera slung to my side, just like
Typical, yeah.
yeah, and I'm talking to another photographer, and then I just see this guy from all the way from the stage just making a fucking straight beeline toward us, like just
shit.
marching right to us, and he just like runs to me. He's like, "No photos, no fucking photos," and like pointing at me. And I'm like, "Dude,
Were you even taking a
No.
photo? No, geez.
not at all." It was like something on my side. I'm like, "No, we're not taking pictures, bud, not at all." And he's like, "No fucking photos." It's like, "Dude, I don't give a fuck about Dwight Yoakam, dude." And he's just like, "No fucking photos." It's like shake his fingers kind of at me, and he just like storms off. Yeah.
Dude, there is something about like stage managers or like a band manager that's on stage or whatever that
Right.
like they want to yell at somebody.
Absolutely.
They get off on that shit where they're like,
I think the reason is because like shit rolls downhill,
Right,
Whereas it's like they probably are just being yelled at by the band all the time. They're like, I need to
Exactly.
yell at somebody.
Yeah.
Hey, you random person in the crowd,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Oh my God.
I shot over at the Iowa State Fair. And it was for the well, okay. So I was hired by the register for like pretty much the entire week to go there and shoot every band that was playing there. And like I got like my credentials, got photo pass, blah blah blah. And the way they word things there is like I like there's part of me that thinks they intentionally do it this way, where it's okay. So what would you call a photo pit?
what would I?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the like 6 feet
space-
from the stage to the barrier.
And like
Yeah.
there's a barricade between it, right?
Yeah.
So what they call at the state fair, the pit is the general admission area.
Oh, I remember. Okay, so this was like shortly after I just met you. I remember
Yeah.
you talking about this. Who was the guy? Like Keith Urban or something like
Yeah,
that? Or like,
I shot. It was like a shot for Keith Urban, and like I was like, "Hey, I pit access. I'm with the register, show my laminate, everything like
Yeah.
that." Like, no, you got to be here, general admission. I'm like, sure. I got a fucking beer dumped to my fucking head in the fucking crowd by some dumb motherfucker, and I'm pretty sure Keith Urban was even drunker than everybody else. Everybody else in the entire room. So anyway,
did he died?
Keith
No.
Urban, is he dead?
Which one died?
No. It's not Keith Urban. It's,
Okay, then it's fine. We're not
Okay,
we're not
okay,
disrespecting
alright.
his
It's Toby.
career.
It's Toby Keith.
Oh, Toby
Okay,
Keith.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
So like the following day, it was the Chainsmokers, and like got my laminate, got my fucking badge and everything like that, and it was the same security guard that was giving me shit the night before, and like I emailed, I thought it was all ahead. I emailed the TM of Chainsmokers. I was like, hey, I had a lot of guff backstage, blah blah blah, everything like that. It's like I just want to make sure I'm good with you guys. He's like, yeah, sure, dude. It's like, here, give me like text me or whatever, like when they arrive. I text him, met up with the TM, and he was really cool, everything like that. And he's like, hey, we gotta go do the meet and greet and everything like that. But you're good to go. You can go wherever the fuck you want except for stage. Perfect. So Chainsmokers start, and I'm like, hey, I need to get in the pit. Same security guy, like, no, you're not. And I'm like, dude, here's the email from the
Yeah.
TM. He's like, I don't give a shit. I'm like, okay, cool. So like I walk over to like the side stage where I see the TM, and I'm like, wave my phone at him, and he's like, what the fuck kind of thing. Comes out, and and I explain the situation. He's like, where what security guard? And I put him on like that guy. So he's like, all right, come with me. He's like, this guy, go where the fuck he wants. Fuck you. It's our artist. If you don't agree, we'll leave.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so I got in the fucking pit.
So they actually had your back. which
Yeah,
is good,
absolutely, and it
yeah.
was a good feeling to have that.
Yeah.
But I was like in the pit, and I was like taking the pictures. I kept looking back, and I could just staring fucking daggers at me. And I'm like,
You're just like flipping them off as you're taking photos. Like,
I can just see you going, adios, motherfucker.
yeah, literally. Fuck that guy. Like, I get it. They're doing their job, but
They're
also
doing
at the
their
same
job.
time, it's
But
like,
yeah.
dude, chill the fuck out. Like, you've seen me here. You saw
Right.
me here yesterday.
Yeah.
You've seen me for the last 6
and
shows.
it's just like, and it's not like, and I mean, like I know my shit, you know.
Yeah.
Like first 3 songs, or even one song. You know,
Right.
I get what I need in one song, kind of
Right.
thing. You know, but
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Damn.
Power trip. Once again, it's probably the same thing. Shit rolls downhill, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Somebody told somebody and then they're just like taking it way too seriously,
Yeah.
or that's just they got 4 different people yelling at them. And yeah, I totally get it.
Right.
But all right, so I think with that we can wrap up the
Okay, great.
podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat.
Yeah.
We're getting our website put up sometime
at some
eventually.
point. We're
Absolutely.
on Reddit now. We're on
Oh,
X
nice.
also now. Tumblr. Just
Is there a lot of Rule 34 of Jaydn?
yeah. Follow us on everything. Oh, and then our Patreon also. It's $5 for our Patreon. They're gonna have some really awesome stories. I'm really excited for
Yeah.
these stories with you, Danny.
Absolutely.
And yeah, Poor People
Absolutely.
Podcast on everything.
Cool.
Thanks for letting us film here at Ernie's. Thank
can I
you,
do
Danny.
a plug real quick? Or?
Yeah, plug it. Plug it.
Coming to Ernie's. It's a great bar. I love this place. And if you're ever, you know, for photo stuff, you can follow me on Danny Does Pics on Instagram and Facebook. That's Danny Does PIX with X.
Hell yeah, he's a killer photographer.
Thanks, man.
Dude.
Appreciate
and
it.
he will fight your stage manager.
I will.
Hell yeah! All right.
All right.
I'll also fight. I'll be in the back. I'll be in the crowd, and I'll hop the barrier to
All right.
help Danny fight the.
Do you want me to say
stage
the
manager.
ending for Richer for Poor?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it. Yeah, we gotta
All right.
do it.
So we
still.
got to do our cheersing. We always say this. This is our little niche, our jingle. So
Okay, you can use my empty PBR.
okay, sounds good.
All right.
All right. So for Richer for Poor, thank you for watching Poor People. Jaydn, you did it. Cheers.
That's great. Cheers guys.
Cheers.